Okay, guys. Today let's do some anticipation, or rather some top-down analysis on GBP, JPY. So where we're going to start from weekly time frame down to some lower time frames, right? So first of all, this is GBP, JPY on weekly time frame, and on weekly time frame, this pair we can see clearly we are bullish on it, right? We are bullish on this pair. So if we go to the current price action, we can completely see that we have a breakout structure which shows that we are bullish. So we are breaking breakout structures, we are causing breakout structures, breaking them, going up and higher, right? So after this breakout structure, we are the demand, or rather the origin for that breakout structure. So that means we are supposed to be targeting this high to cause another breakout structure, because if we can see this market is doing what? We are pushing higher and higher. Can have a look at that. Then this is what we expect to have a breakout structure at around that area. Okay, so we have that breakout structure, and this breakout structure is this breakout structure, and we have this demand. So this demand is the currently holding these prices, trying to push them higher and higher, right? And again, what else can we see at this area? Okay, so at this area we can see that we had a sweep of liquidity around this area. And see, we had the sweep of liquidity around this area, so that's a sweep of liquidity. Then this market started rallying above. So when the high was taken out like this, we had a change of character. Okay, and what else can we see here? On this area, I can see that we might have something like a resistance at around this area, whereby if we look at this area, we have this price being rejected at around that area, and some consolidation at around this area, but finally we can see this market breaking that resistance, that area becoming so this resistance, this resistance becoming what? Support. If we break above, it becomes a support, but finally this support was broken, becoming what? Resistance. So market pushed to the demand and came back to retest this resistance area, right? So we can see we have this test number one, we can see test number two. Now today we are having what? We have this currently what? Test number three, right? So we expect, if this is what has happened here and also has happened here, so we expect also the same thing to do what? To happen at around that area, right? So that's the reason why I'm looking for selling opportunities on this pair. Okay, so on this pair, let's use horizontal raise. So I'm going to mark the high of this shadow. I'm going to mark the high of that candle there, right? The high of that candle, so that we can know this is the resistance area. And also inside at around this area, at that resistance area, we have this breakout structure on weekly time frame, right? So we have that breakout structure, and we having this beautiful point of interest where the market has already reacted to it. But if we remember, this is on a weekly time frame, but if we go to a lower time frame, we will be refining this to a precise order block, right? Or a demand zone. Okay, so let's go to daily time frame. So on daily time frame, what else can we have? We might have that, say that's a change of character, whereby we can completely see that this came back to test that imbalance around there. And then if that we broke above that area, we're going to have a breakout structure to around that area. So that's a breakout structure. and this after that breakout structure, this market came to test this demand zone at around that area, right? So remember to subscribe to my YouTube channel. For those people who have not subscribed, like and share the video, right? So after that, we have another breakout structure around that area, whereby we can see that this market came for this demand zone at around that area, and this is the demand zone from higher time frame. So if we refine it, we're going to take that black candle at around that area, right? So we're going to take that black candle because this candle managed to give us this bullish engulfing candle here, which managed to do what, to take out this high, causing a breakout structure, right? But remember, we are on a resistance level, so we can see that we're having some multiple a couple of reactions, I mean rejections from that area. So if we can look at this area, let's have a look at this candle. This candle is on a Friday candle, which managed to take out this high, and also to take out this high, and also to take out this high, right? So if these highs have been taken out, so where are we supposed to be targeting, right? So that's where we need to look at where we are supposed to be taken out. So all the highs have been taken out, so we are supposed to be looking at around the low of this candle, right? Because if we look at this, the low of this candle of Friday, already this candle has been taken out, so we are supposed to be looking for a selling opportunity. If it arises, this selling opportunity, if arises, then we're going to sell towards this low, right? So we're going to look for selling opportunities, but if we find a buying opportunity, we're going to look for that. So moving to 4 hours, just a moment. Yeah, moving to 4 hours. On 4 hours, we're going to refine this point of interest to around that area, right? Remember, this is a breakout structure, okay, and this is a breakout structure at this point, okay. Then if we're going to refine this order block on 4 hours, then we're going to use this, okay. But remember, this push is this area, it's an order block from a daily time frame, but moving to 4 hours, it's becoming what? An order flow, right? So this point here, we can even start looking for confirmation at around this area when market approaches what? That area. So we have this pending zone here, right? We have that pending zone, and if we look at that pending zone, supposed to be at the 50% of our range. So this is the area where we are supposed to be looking for buying opportunity. So I'm seeing like this point of interest here, it's on a 50%. So I'll be considering looking for buying opportunities around this zone, right? So that will be my demand zone. Then I'll be taking this to be as my level of liquidity, right? But remember, we react to what the market is doing, what it's presenting to us, right? So let's move to 1 hour. Okay, so on 1 hour, what else can we see? On 1 hour, moving to the internal structures, then I can see we had these internal structures, we have this breakout structure on there, then again we had this breakout structure as our last breakout structure before market reaching the resistance area. So that means if the low is being taken out, that's a change of character. Okay, so now where's the supply zone? So the supply zone is supposed to be this point of interest around that area, and we can see that point of interest, it has what? Balance, and it's at the extreme, right? So when market mitigated that point of interest, we can see clearly that we're having some sweep of liquidity. But if we move to a lower time frame, these are going to be breakout structures. So we will be looking for selling opportunities at around this area if only this market is going to respect this high, because this is the only strong high we're going to have on this area, because we have this the break of change of character we have, then this is supposed to be our strong high, and you can see the liquidity on a strong high has been taken out, right? The liquidity has been taken out. Okay, so we can move on. Looking at around these areas, what else can we see on 1 hour? We're supposed to be looking for selling opportunities around that area. So let's move to 30 minutes. On 30 minutes, what else can we see? On 30 minutes, we can see these tiny, some tiny breakout structures around that area. Okay, and we might having some demand zones there. And we might having these breakout structures, these internal breakout structures on a lower time frame, Then we can have this as also as our breakout structure. Okay, then we're going to have this as our last breakout structure around that area, because I can see we might have a change of character around that area. Okay, right, so we have this change of character here, but in order for us to see this clearly, we need to move to the lower time frame, a bit more lower time frame. So we've been having these breakout structures around that area, and this breakout structure, this being the last breakout structure, market causing change of character around that area. So where is the current market now? So this current market, we are supposed to be looking for that area. We have that area, but the current market is reacting from this point of interest around that area, right? So we can see this market is reacting from this area. So we have this change of character here, right? We have that change of character, and then this being the last internal breakout structure. Okay, so where are we supposed to be looking for selling opportunities, right? So for me, I'll turn that into a line chart. Then if this market approach around this area, then I'll be looking for selling opportunities around that area, right? Okay, and again, we can see that we might have something like let's see what we have, that breakout structure. This slowly being mitigated. Then now is the order flow, the last order flow we have, yeah. Or we can take that sell from that area, from this point of interest around that area, right? So I'll be having these two zones, so that I am expecting to have a sell from those two zones going down. But currently I'm taking this buy on my account, and the analysis so which made me to take that buy is because we can see that at around this area we had this candle around this area, this bearish candle, whereby this candle, if you can look at this candle, let's have a look at this, what's going on here. You can look at this, is where the market opened. You can have that candle which swept, this candle sweeping all this low at around that area. So after this candle sweeping this low, I went down to 5 minutes. I went down to 5 minutes, and I looked for an engulfing candle, and I took that trade from that area after market sweeping that area. So the candle which swept this lows, then if it's being engulfed, that's my point of interest. I'm supposed to be looking for buying opportunities from that area. So I'll be targeting either the high of that 4 hours candle or the any point of liquidity which come across that area. So if we go back to 4 hours, then I'll be targeting the full take profit, the high of this bearish candle, right? So that's what I have on GJ, and doing some top-down analysis, it really helps if you want to understand what is going on, right? So that is it. Remember, make sure to subscribe, share, and like and comment. Thank you. Let's have a nice day.